I
What's
know.
wrong with you?
You know, I'm one of those people that takes a lot of time to myself. So, Messiah's texting you, Sheree.
It's all right. She's
You want-
getting on an airplane.
Okay.
I understand that taking time to yourself thing. Trust me. I'm
How's your
surrounded by
night?
it hasn't ended yet.
Ah,
The
you
kids
get a
all
long
went to
one.
bed. Yeah, the kids all went to bed, but now if I can do this, now I've got all of these fat asses I need to feed. That
I
just
love it.
yeah.
That's
Oh my
I
God,
love tuxedo cats. I've had 2 that have been my best friends.
there are just too many. We have 5 cats. Come here.
I think that's great.
Come
I
here.
had taken
This
some
one
time
is
and watched some of your videos. Oh, cute.
yeah, this
What's
one's
their
Shake.
name?
That one's Shake. They're all named after food. So this guy is the main one. This guy was the first ever.
What's his name? Is he named after food too?
Oh yeah.
What is it?
You can't hear me?
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry. No, I don't know why. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. It's like intermittent when you answer, but that's okay. It might be me.
That's horrible. Yeah, his name is Meatball.
Meatball. Oh my God. I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have missed that.
Come here. And then this one was second in line. This one's Nugget.
Nugget, chicken nugget.
And then we've got Milkshake, which you saw. That's the black one. Come here. Stop running away. No, he knows I'm going to put him on camera.
Yeah, totally does.
Yeah.
He's
So
like, we're not doing this, Dad.
One that just ran under the. Oh, can I get you? Are you going to let me get you? Feed you, right? Come here.
Oh, that's it. All you need to do is rattle for the food.
That one's French fry.
So cute.
That one's camera shy.
Dude, I would have a bunch of cats, I feel like, if I were in a stable place. Right now I'm in between living.
That's one of my dogs.
How many dogs?
2. Thankfully, just 2.
Thankfully.
Where are you? Hey, come here. Why are you hiding under the bed? You don't hide. Come here. This one is our newest. This is Checkers.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Hi, baby.
Yeah, that's our newest one.
Just a baby.
Oh yeah.
Who's the cat lover?
All of us.
All of you? So that's why you all have to have your own too. They all have to they're very much one-on-one, right?
And this one, this is Clara.
Beautiful.
No, all the cats love me because I'm the one that feeds them. So.
You know what? That's typical too, but that's just because you're the pack leader. But I bet that the others think that there's favorites.
Well, the little cat Checkers fond of Clara. Clara took him as her cub. They sleep together. They wrestle together.
Oh, I hope you're videoing all that.
Should, but no.
Oh, you should. Are you kidding? That's the cutest thing ever.
Oh, I know. I don't have my phone as much as I should.
I know, but it's always after the fact, right? When you're like, oh, I should have grabbed that.
Either that or I'm too tired to pick up the phone. Oh my God, that's so cute, but the phone's way over there. I don't want to.
Yeah, and if you get up, you're just gonna ruin it anyway.
Pretty well. Yes and no, not really. I mean,
depending. Well, if they sleep that way, maybe not, right?
I could flip the mattress; it would not ruin a thing. Would you get out of the way?
Tell me a little bit more about these podcasts. What are your intentions for these? Just like chill and have a hangout conversation? Like what is your goal?
Basically, just like kind of like meeting up with friends at a bar.
I fucking love that.
I don't have any topics that need to be discovered. I don't have any questions I have to ask. I don't have any, and now we go to, no, I don't have any of that shit. So it's just literally, we just talk. Some of the conversations have led down pretty dark paths. But I don't edit anything, by the way. So if there's anything that you don't want heard, don't say it.
Yeah, don't say it. I will never. I think that's awesome. I like that you do that and meet new people because it's important to reach out and to connect. And
Oh yeah.
this is the only way to do it. I mean, where do you mind if I ask you what state you're in?
Florida.
So I'm in Maine, and what are the odds or the chances of us meeting in a bar? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep.
So
So
that's
this
pretty
is
cool.
yep. This is kind of like my internet bar. It's my internet cafe.
I love it. So we can just chill, right? I can do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. You say whatever. You do whatever. I don't care. Um. You could. I mean, this is going on YouTube. You can come on and say fuck for 90 minutes. You can smoke weed. I don't really care.
Dude, this is like the best.
I
I'm
have
glad
no
to hang out with
restrictions.
you at a bar for a little bit.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Hold
would
on,
you
let me
guys
grab
shut up? Seriously.
this
You're
cat.
gonna get fed. You're gonna get your damn plate. Just stop. God, you guys are fucking meowing at me like I'm not gonna feed you. Oh my god. Claw your way up the counter. Go ahead. It's not gonna make me move any faster. There you go, there, Mr. Fatty. Oh, you got it all over your fur. All right. That's why I love. That's why I love Nugget. He's been here long enough. He just sits there, all prim and proper, and he waits his
I
turn.
love it. I love that when we were talking, the cat was like right in front of the camera, and I could just like sit there and chill with the cat. Even. Oh my god, that
Basically,
baby.
you gotta back up, man. You are not eating off the spoon.
So cute.
Oh yeah, he still kind of has. I don't know if it's food aggression anymore as much as just excitement. Like he doesn't
Right?
know how to keep calm when it comes to wet food. He's very like he eats it like someone's gonna come steal it, and there is no bullies here.
Yeah, there's no bullies here. Oh, poor thing
Like
must have been traumatized.
no, we basically got him fresh out of the womb.
Oh, and you're like, yeah,
Just
I don't know why you
yeah,
act like this.
cats are just born with food aggression.
No kidding. It's got to be survival. I didn't
Well,
know
because
that.
they have to fight for their mom to feed them. Because like his mom didn't produce milk, so he literally had to not only was she young, so she was like, you know, get the hell off of me, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
But she didn't produce milk, so he had to like chase her and fight her, and now when he sees wet food, he associates that with mama milk and goes absolutely batshit crazy.
Oh my
But
god, that's so
he'll grow
interesting.
out of it. They all do.
Yeah, totally. Don't they always? They must, because I
Yeah.
never had really witnessed that.
My older cats are hilarious because they don't like when if Shake goes near Nugget's plate, he doesn't growl like like that. He doesn't growl as if like this is mine, go away. His growl is more, dude, I know you have your own. Like
Right? Like, what are we doing here?
like
Yes.
why are you coming over to me? I know you have your own. Can you just leave, like
Right.
go away? So
That's.
it's that kind of growl,
I think that's a riot. He's not trying to be too mean. He just wants to assert who's boss there.
right? Hey, you come here.
So, tell me a little bit about your merchandise you talk about.
Oh my God, I have actually. It's funny you ask because I was just going on. I have an online store with Teespring.
That's cool.
So at first, I was trying to do what everyone else was doing, which was marketed as merch attached to my name and yada yada. And I don't care about that part anymore. Like the Captain Fuckwit on the back, I've been actually taking that off of my merch because I don't even want to call it merch anymore.
Right?
It's an online clothing and apparel store. That's kind of
Yeah,
how I
because
want to
when you
market
call
it.
it merchandise, it's like it does have a different connotation to it than an online store.
It does because like merch, people are like, oh my God, you're not famous. Why? And
That's
then but
it.
you
Why you
call it
some? Yes.
right. You call an online store and they're like, oh okay, cool. He sells clothes. But I mean, I have a lot of them were jokes that I told when I was on stage. They were suggestions that I got from my nearly 2 decades on social media, they were things that just happened in life that I was like, that's funny. I'm gonna throw it on a shirt.
Yes. Yes.
And right now I'm at 20 different lines.
No kidding.
So when I
I
say
gotta go
product,
on there.
yeah, when I say product lines, that means like one shirt, one thing, and then another thing, and
Right,
then another
right.
thing. And each product line has 26 different options. So it's a huge store.
Dude, I
And
love that.
I spent the last 6 hours actually going in and refining it all. And because like the store, the online portion released a bunch of new shit. So now I got to go through 20 different product lines and add all of the new shit and then make sure that all of the old shit that is supposed to be there is still there and that there's no glitches anywhere. And
Right.
yeah, it's a huge thing, but once it's done, all I have to do is look at it.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's there. But like I just released one that was the 20th one. I just released it publicly. It was supposed to be private just for my wife. But we never got it. We never got it. So I figured, what the hell? I'll make it public and let everyone else have it. But it's that. Do you remember that I can't talk right now? I'm doing yada yada, whatever the fuck
Yes.
people wanted to say.
Yeah.
So I made a joke on one that was specifically for me. It said, I can't talk right now. I'm doing mediocre looking dad shit. So that one I put on there, and I put the poop emoji on there to go along with it. And then the one that I just released is I'm doing hot canna mom shit because my
Dude,
wife's a pothead. So
I love it.
yeah, so I
Dude,
released
you're
actually.
talking to a marijuana enthusiast for sure.
Yeah, let me actually show you this one because
Yeah, please, because I
I
saw one of the shirts that said something that had like the weed on it, and I was like, hey, this is
oh
right
yeah,
up my alley.
you saw chronically correct. If you're
Yes,
talking about
that's
on
exactly what
the
I saw.
if
Yep.
you're talking about on TikTok, yeah.
Hmm.
So this right here, that's the hoodie,
Dude, that's hilarious.
hot canna mom. But
Sweatshirts, you're selling sweatshirts and everything. This is
yeah,
great.
hoodie. I mean, hold on. I can actually. Let's see. Bike shorts, indoor pillows. They just released sandals, slides. So I got those on there. A pint glass. Two different coffee mugs. The neck goiter or gaiter
Yep.
or whatever the hell you call that
Hmm.
thing. A yoga mat. The hoodie.
Yoga mat.
The face mask. I can actually show you this on here. I like this one. No. Yeah, that right there. So that's the face mask.
No way, that's so great.
Yep.
I love that your wife refers to herself as Canna Mom,
Yeah.
like
That.
Cannabis Mom. It's so great.
Oh yeah. And then like backpacks, AirPod cases, T-shirts, bucket hat.
Dude, what made you want to do a store that had all of those products? And this is just
Um.
a general question because I'm thinking from a standpoint of I've been in sales and marketing for 22 years. And so the reason I'm asking you is based on curiosity for my own use, number one.
Yeah.
And number two, because I'm extremely curious to how humans behave, and I've always been, and how your patterns of your brain would work. So this is a great conversation. The fact that we're having it tonight is amazing because we
Yeah.
launch a merchandise store, which I hate the words. I'm so
I
thankful
hate the
you have,
word.
dude. You saved me on that clutch.
Yeah.
So thank you, because I
Yeah.
will 86 that so fast. I didn't want to use it. I've always felt
Yeah.
something weird with it.
I
Like when
hate the
that,
merch
yeah,
because it
okay,
it it
good.
makes it make I hate the word merch and I hate the word followers. I've
Yes.
always hated both of
Yes,
those.
you feel like it's not a
Like,
cult. This is not a leader
yeah.
situation.
The only thing, because I don't have a Facebook anymore, but the only thing that I enjoyed about Facebook is they call them friends. And the thing that I love about YouTube is they call them subscribers. They're not followers. You're not going to open up your front door and have 600 people waiting to follow you in your driveway. If that was the
Yes.
case, I would never leave my house. They're not followers. They're friends, they're subscribers, they're viewers. Can we change the word to viewers? They
Mm-hmm.
view your stuff. Or supporters. How about that word?
Supporters. You
Not
just
friggin'
nailed that.
followers.
You just
But
nailed that. Supporters.
question, this started as a merch thing. I only had like 1,000 followers or some shit on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
But I had such high traffic before I went and fucked it up. Uh,
Oh
they
no.
were they were asking me to release merchandise for them to purchase. So I had a Teespring store already from like years ago. So I just went and revived it.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just so fun to create things that I can't stop. I just I just
Dude,
go in and do it. I don't even
yeah,
care if
like
people buy
it
them. I
became
just like
fun.
I don't even care if people buy them. I just go in and
Right.
create.
I
So
can
because I
see me doing that stuff. Like
yeah
that's the thing. I can get myself in trouble with that. So the question on the items, the number of items, is because there's such a vast number, and people can absolutely use you as like a one-stop shop.
yeah
And I think I can see that perspective if it's similar. But in my perspective, I'm curious because I was thinking for my own personal that we kept it very simple, whereas we were only going to do four like set styles and then one particular monthly rotating that is like a limited edition. So for instance, and I'm doing this because it's hysterically funny to me.
yeah
Fapo family welcomes everybody, right? It isn't just for the gay community. It's for all human beings. We're all trying to just get through this fucking journey
right
with the least amount of therapy or meds or whatever, right? Like we just want to make it through. So, and have some pretty good stories to tell.
hell yeah
So we invite everybody into that. And but I am going to put out some like queer garb too, right? So
yeah
for me, this is funny because dudes and me will love it. And it says it's going to be like a I heart and show a beaver shaving,
Heh.
right?
Yeah
And because it's hysterical. And like
hell
when you
yeah
see it on someone, you don't expect it. And you're like, what is that? And you have to figure it out for a minute. And then they're
right
staring, they're like, what does that mean? And you're like, really? Really?
yeah
So the reason for this is because I owned one of those shirts years ago. I don't know how I did it, but I had this guy give me his shirt off his back when I was in college at a bar.
yeah
I don't know. He said, yeah, we traded shirts. Actually, I gave him like a t-shirt that I had on that I didn't care for anyway. And I had got the best shirt ever. And then it got stolen by three different girlfriends. And
nice
I got it back eventually. But all
yeah
after breakup, like post mortem, like a year later, they'd give it back to me. Like, I don't even want this anymore. You're just an asshole.
it's like all right I'll take it back
Yeah, thank you.
thanks
I'm glad
appreciate
you
it
didn't burn it.
right?
I don't
Like I
have it
was
now,
actually
though.
hoping you'd return it.
Yeah, I don't have it now. I lost it. Finally got gone. I don't even know. I probably left it behind. Um. So, what do you think about both of those perspectives on a merchandise store? Like, what do you think about the smaller of the impact? Like, maybe just doing sweatshirts and t-shirts and then adding to it as I go. Like, I'm
Yeah, I mean,
asking you advice because I think you've been doing this a long time.
you do whatever is best for you. See, I'm a naturally lazy person, so I I like to have 100% every option available ever there
Well, why not?
right when I
Right.
click. And because I want that, then I do that for everybody else. See, I
Is it efficiency?
sort of like it's like at first, okay, so at first I start the Canamom one. And I'm like, I'm gonna do hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, long sleeves. Um, and I think that was it. Yeah, hoodie, t-shirt, tank top, long sleeve. So men and women's t-shirts, even though most of the women that buy at my store buy the men's shirts, whatever, I'm still giving the option. Um, so I had those. And I went on and I did that and that was it. Back on, make sure the design was where I wanted it. And I was like, oh look, leggings. Oh look, towels. And I just
Yeah.
didn't stop.
I
I
mean, I
just
can
didn't
see
stop.
that though.
no one was asking for them. I was just looking at the screen like, oh look, something new. Click. Oh cool, let's put it there and click. And then
Are they
hours later,
categorized? Cameron, are they categorized?
no. The bad part about Teespring is the store is set up a lot like Walmart.
Oh, I see.
So you're going in looking for something specific, and maybe something in the same category is right there. But then you've got to scroll all the way down through all of the other shit to find what you're looking for,
Okay,
because they
that makes
don't
sense.
they don't group it together. So like you do, time you go on to create something, you do 6 in the same category. Those 6 will be together. Okay, so you do the hoodie, the t-shirt, the tank top, the long sleeve variations. Those will all be together. And then you go in later, expand. Well, those expansions are not going to go up with the original. They're going to go
Okay.
below all the other new shit you put in there. So, I mean, I have things all over the freaking place.
I
They're
love it.
all
I can't
mixed
wait
and
to go
matched.
on there. When we hang up, I'm doing it. I can't wait to go harass
Oh
you
my
on there.
God.
I'll order something just for fun.
They're
Um,
everywhere.
I love it. I just want to see, like, pick your brain on creative just by looking at what you've created, right?
Um,
Um, I'm big into
when,
art.
uh, one of my most popular ones is autocorrect is full of shoe.
Dude, that's
And
great.
and I did that just cuz like around the kids all the time. But a
I
running
love you,
joke,
kid. You have to.
yeah. But a running joke, we always say you're full of shoe.
Yes.
Not your whatever autocorrect does.
Dude,
We
that
we,
has
al-
to
we
catch
always
on
just say
for
shoe.
all the dad jokes. Like, it
Yeah.
has to catch on for all the moms. Like, you gotta get that
But
out far and wide.
another one was literally something my son said. So we were in traffic, and my wife was driving, and she's from New Jersey, so there you
Oh,
go.
but they got Jersey barriers over there for a reason. They don't know how to
Yeah.
drive.
So
I mean, I'm not meaning that to your wife. I didn't mean any
oh no,
disrespect.
I am. I am. So don't. She is a horrible fucking driver. And she's got the fuse of like a birthday candle. That's
Oh
about as
man.
that's as much. So someone cuts us off in traffic, and she's screaming through the windshield, right, as if they're actually going to be able to hear. And we meet them. We get up next to them at a red light. We meet them at a traffic light, and the other car has all their windows down. First of all, why? Secondly, before my wife could even do anything, my son in the back seat, he unrolls his window and he looks over at that car and he goes, "Hey, I think you broke your brain
Dad could get beat up because of the kid.
on a shirt. Broke your brain." And every time I wear that damn thing, my son's like, "Hey, that's my shirt." I said, "Yeah, one of these days I'm going to get you one. You can wear it to high school." Because that was his joke. It went on a shirt.
I love it.
Um, at first, I was going to say, "I think you broke your Brian," just so people would have to take a
Yeah.
second look at it. But I wrote,
Yes.
but I wrote brain.
I
I was
saw
gonna put
I saw
Brian.
a bumper sticker today that said, and this is I am someone who's all comedy, like similar to you. I don't take offense to much, and
Yeah,
there's good reason for that. Words don't mean anything if you don't allow them to mean anything.
right.
So I don't take them for what people think they would want them to mean for me
Yeah.
sometimes. So I saw a bumper sticker today in this truck and it had a bunch of other stickers on it. And I don't need to mention them because it'll totally give this whole thing away. But it said, um, Mr. Copernic, while you're down there. And it spelled it just YOUR. And I
Yeah.
had like this overwhelming, like, I laughed at first and then I was like, hey, can you guys just spell it right? Like, what are
Right.
we doing on here? What are we doing with these? Like, I can't understand why there can't be an apostrophe RE. It like does something to me. And I don't
Yes.
know why I'm such a grammar police because I don't care either way. Really, I
Right.
don't. I don't give a shit what people are doing or saying or spelling.
But it got your eyes. That's the whole
Yeah.
point. That's the whole point.
And now I
That's the
won't
whole
forget it.
freaking point. Right.
Hey, Copernic, while you're down there.
Yeah.
And now I'm like pissed and excited.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
man.
really
I got a whole friggin' list of them. Someone today got my I can do a lot in 30 seconds. So you can interpret that however you want.
however you want.
Um, Believe it or not, that's popular when wives are buying it for their husbands, and I never ask why because I don't want to know.
Yeah, you're like, I don't
Um,
care. Just be funny.
but I do know when they open it and put it on, they're like, really, like, yeah, yeah, I can do a lot in 30 seconds. Um,
I love
I
it. I
mean,
think that's a great catchy line.
yeah, I mean, shit. One of them is really long. Oh yeah, yeah. If women were honest, as how long is this gonna take? Because I can fake it for a minute. Uh,
Dude, that's great. I gotta go
yeah,
on here. This is gonna be great.
I love that one. And then another one is bored with your sex life. Try something new during climax. Try yelling your own name.
You know what? That's funny, and I bet you it works. I mean,
It
I'm not
does.
gonna get into that, but I bet you it works when you're yelling your own name. I mean, I wouldn't know, but
Yeah, I've got way too many on there, and I have three more I have to do because the auto correct one. Someone asked for an offshoot that said "what the duck" autocorrect.
yeah,
I've got to go on and do that one
that's a
just
great one.
because they requested it. Another
That's
one is an offshoot of the chronically correct one. They wanted to say chronically correct like the original, but underneath now it's going to say I'm not a grower. I'm not a shower. Yeah, I'm not a grower. I'm a shower.
yes, yes. I like
Yeah.
that a lot. Ooh,
So
good one.
so so plants and sexual in nature. Take it however
Dude,
you want it.
that's what my life is about.
Yeah. And
What's
then
funny, like you just nailed my life in a nutshell, is literally just sex and weed right now. Well, I mean, just because that's why, like, I'm just very open as a person.
why
And
not?
so that's my focus as of late. So you just
Right.
nailed that. And remember when you said, don't say anything that you don't want online?
Yep. Yep.
I
Because I
smoke
don't
too
edit.
much weed. That's the
Yeah.
problem. But there's no shame in my game when it comes to healing with the green medicine. So judge away, cunts, judge away. Um,
Oh my God, I've said some shit on here. I don't know, like, 'cause listen. These videos that these spots that I've been doing have been between 20 minutes, and I think the longest one I have now is 3.5 hours.
oh my god, dude.
Um, just constant, and I don't edit anything. The 3.5 hour one is broken down into two videos just because of what happened while we were recording. Um, like I actually ran errands around town during the second one because I had shit to do and he didn't want to stop talking. So I was like, okay, fuck it, I don't
Aaron's
care. Like
like, all right,
I'm
man,
not
come with me.
like I ran to the
Come
bank, I
on.
went and paid rent, I went to the store, like I don't fucking care.
I
Um,
love it.
and then like I ended up going to the bathroom a couple of times and I thought if I left this out, if I left out my sperm drop here, that
Yeah.
no one would be able to hear me, and you can edit it out. And like the dude I was talking to was talking about how he could hear me while I was away. So now when people watch it and I walk away, you're still listening to him talk about how, yeah. It,
But you know what?
I've
The
got,
integrity of what you're doing this for and what you're
yeah,
doing it about and the way you present it and just say, hey, look, you can do this, this, and this, but just know I'm not editing it. Like
yeah.
you give people plenty of choices to make. I
And
just smoke too much weed, so I could definitely have like a minute. I'll be like, I feel like you and I are on FaceTime. We've been friends forever, so I'm just gonna chill. And then all of a sudden, I say some shit, and I'm like, oh,
yeah, this is going up.
yeah. Like, listen, when I get awkward, that's how it goes. It's like I have the realization that I'm like saying to it, and then I'm like, oh shit, okay, tone it down, Beck. Concede only
Whoops.
as much as others.
Right? Oops.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, like some of them got dark. Like one of them, like the one that I'm posting up this Saturday, went into, I mean, not dark from my perspective, dark from the listener,
Yeah, yeah.
because I don't care.
Right.
Over it, and I even say that a couple of times that I'm over it and I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like no animosity, no hatred, no nothing. But we got into talking about exes, so there you go. And then two of them, actually like the last one I did before this one, and then a couple prior, we got into talking about because I have kids, but
Yeah, yeah,
I have very, very strong opinions about kids. Like I'll even say it here because I don't care.
yeah.
I don't believe parenting is a job. I think it's a community service.
Dude, it's fun as fuck, and we're making the next generation that are going to treat everybody better and do better.
But it's not a job.
It's not a job. You
It's
created
a
souls.
community service.
Yes, it's for
It's a
everybody
community
involved.
service because when you do a job, you get paid for that job. You
Where's
first of
yeah, this
all,
is all sacrifice.
you give up time to for an hourly wage to get paid for the job. You learn the job. It's not like that job after 15 years is just as new as it was when you first started.
Right.
So marriage and parenting are kind of the same thing. And if you need to be paid in order to parent, you shouldn't be a parent.
I believe that some people lose their parenting card right at the beginning when they start making poor choices after giving birth or
Yeah,
being a part of
like
children's
like
lives.
like the last video I put up, I did a really strong opinion about that at the end of it, and I think it pissed him off. And I don't give a shit. But like
No,
I
your
didn't defend
feelings
it.
of it are valid.
Yeah, like I didn't defend my point. Like,
You shouldn't have to, Cameron,
listen,
ever.
if you I understand child support.
Hmm.
I paid it myself once before. The kids all live with me now. I paid it before. I understand it. But if you need that support to take care of you and not the kid, you shouldn't be a parent.
Yeah, you need to be independent of any energy outside of the child.
Just like
That's
if you're relying on the SSI from the child, you and not the kid, you shouldn't be a parent.
amen. I agree.
Okay.
I do agree
Yeah.
with that. I align
Gotcha.
100% with that.
Yeah, because like I believe that because like the whole parenting is the hardest job in the world. No, it's not. It's a community service that you are sentenced 18 years to because you decided to dump a load in the wrong washing machine.
I
And
mean, that's the way to look at it, Cameron. That's
and
the way to look at it.
well, I mean that's how most of them go.
Well, I
That's why
call
they're called
them,
X's.
I call the children mostly. So I have a 17-year-old son. Technically, he's my stepson, but not
Yeah,
to us,
yeah,
right? So aside from that, I've never birthed a child. And I think it's so funny to me. I've always my whole life called children life ruiners because you love them unconditionally and they break your fucking heart over and over and over. And you just have to keep taking it for the rest of their life or yours, like however
yeah,
long. And you're here to guide them just to keep them alive until they're about 12. And then those bastards need to really kick it up a notch and get moving on their shit.
yes. And to quote one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, and not to name drop, but who gives a shit? Gray still plays. I don't
Love.
know if okay.
Yep.
So one of his quotes from a Sims video: "Children are a lot like beer. It costs a lot of money, and they fill you with regret." That that quote of his, because he's a dad too. So that quote of Gray's has stuck with me since the day
Dude,
I heard it.
the best part is though, like way later when you look back, it is the coolest time, right?
It
Like
is,
I
man.
look back now that Tuck is a man almost, right? Like he's just it's amazing. So and he's an artist, he raps, which is so funny. He's this little white boy from Maine and he just raps better than Eminem to me. And I am a little biased, but even other people think he's great. So, oh, you're
Right?
so lucky. I'm so jealous.
Ah, ow.
Yeah, you're like, don't be. That little asshole heard your voice and clawed me to death. Oh, that's what's happening. Oh, that's hysterical. The other one knows.
So here's the funny part. Meatball was the very first animal. Well, not the very first. Back up. We used to live in New Hampshire, which is odd that you live in Maine. Um,
Nice. I
I
love New
was
Hampshire.
I was born and raised. I lived there for 26 years. I said, "Fuck the snow. I'm leaving." My
Dude,
wife is
I'm there
from
with you.
Jersey.
I was in Florida for years, by the way.
You went backwards. Okay.
I went back and
Um,
forth. Yeah.
gotcha. So you were sane and got away from the snow, and then decided to be insane again and go back to the snow.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I know
But yeah,
now I'm not gonna, dude. I'm moving to like fucking Bermuda or some island, and I'm gonna make pink drinks and rent surfboards, and I'm done with corporate life, and I'm done with the
there you
bullshit
go, man.
money.
There you go.
That's it. Material objects are nada to me anymore.
I told my wife, I told her that if it wasn't for the kids, because I know that she would come along. So if it wasn't for the children, I would live in my tent. I have an 8-person tent that I could fit 2 queen size air
Dude, that's
mattresses
like a
in.
yurt. Are you kidding me? That's like a yurt. You have
Yeah,
enough space to just like live the rest of your life. My best friend Cherie is like gonna do a tiny home at some point.
yeah.
She's
Well,
like down for that.
I was intentionally homeless for 18 months.
Dude, tell me, can you talk about that? Will you tell me about?
Yeah,
I just said to her today, I believe that homeless will sometimes choose the simpler life because of the level of the bullshit of the restrictions
yeah.
and the rules that we've been thrust on us, which by the way, we weren't born into those like man-made rules or
Yeah,
woman-made
no.
rules. None of them. Like we weren't
I
born to think that way. They conditioned
I
us to.
I was done with the military. Home from a
Thank you for
deployment.
your service.
Yeah, came home from a deployment. Went through my first divorce. All that shit. And I had a really good paying job. I wasn't jobless. I had a really good paying job. I was working at Rent-A-Center.
Awesome.
So I mean, if you were to put in, and I was selling shit like crazy, which they weren't expecting because during one of the sales events, we were putting the balloons up, and a bunch of them touched the ceiling and started popping, and it sent me into convulsions.
Oh no shit.
Um,
PTSD bad?
yeah, I was almost fired for that one.
Oh dude, that's
I,
not your
well,
fault though.
well, no, and until they because it was in front of customers, so
I
until they
don't
realized
care.
what it was,
I don't
like
care.
I jumped underneath the table and I was shaking, and then what
So that right
literally
there is enough, right? Like to say
so
no way.
so what saved my job, pulled me out of the the convulsions, was a lady actually stubbed her toe on the front door and then came in and sat down because her toe was bleeding. I immediately jumped out from underneath the table and started wrapping her toe. Like
Yes.
I looked at my boss, I was like, first aid kit, bring it up. Like I just went right
You
into,
went right back. Yeah.
yeah, I went right into fix mode. And then she
That's
bought something. That was the funny part. Like they were all worried about getting sued, and she was like, "No, I'll take that couch." Like she actually ended up buying something because I helped her, and then I sold her something, which was funny as
yes.
hell. But I had a really good paying job. I mean, I was making like 600-700 bucks a week,
That's good.
but I wasn't wasting any of it on a place to live.
I know.
So, and this was in New Hampshire, by the way. So the 18 months, part of it was those brutal winters. I was living outside intentionally. And then on the
Tell me you had heat.
weekends, I just dealt with it.
How did you deal with it? Tell me how you did it. Can you what did you do? Like layer up your clothes?
Um, yeah, like I went
I
and
mean, I'm
bought
not going on
all
the run. I'm maybe I don't know. Let's not talk about it. Go
um
ahead.
I went and bought all brand new winter clothes because I could afford it.
yes.
I got
Okay.
thermal socks and then the heaters that you put into your shoes. And then I got a battery operated heated blanket for the nighttime.
Oh, dude, you made it work.
So yeah, so like during the day I would work, and then during the night I would just bundle up and then throw the blanket on and throw the shit in my socks, and there you go. And
That's fucking
on the weekends when I saw my kids, I'd get a hotel.
dude, that's fucking genius. And
You know,
you
I didn't have them
dad's got
outside.
a pool, bring your bathing suits.
Yep. I ended up getting a hotel, and then the best part about my job is they had a shower in the bathroom. So I would just shower after work and then go home. Um, and then cleaning my clothes when I got the hotel. I would clean my clothes.
Dude, you had a
So,
full on ass routine
yeah.
that saved you so much.
Oh yeah, 18 months of that.
Dude,
And then
you do some fucking serious internal healing during those nights or what?
yeah, I mean, it was actually a lot of fun because I didn't have I couldn't charge my phone.
No
So
outside energy.
I couldn't be on my phone.
I like it.
It was just me and a lot of the times I would actually kick it with the other homeless people.
Yes.
But we wouldn't talk shop. Just sit there and fucking whatever. I'm really good at building fires. So I would literally just like I went and I bought a shovel from Home Depot, one of like the handheld ones, and I'd hand it to the guy and I'd say dig a hole. And so it was kind of like I wasn't issuing orders, but I was saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna build us a fire. Can you dig this hole? I need you to go get little sticks and brush." I went and
Yeah,
got the
you're like
wood.
delegating them,
Yeah,
teaching them how to do it, dude.
and it was a lot of fun, and it got to the point where when I finally did get myself an apartment because I wanted to be able to see the kids more, um, I couldn't get hotels for weeks, you know, week long, and I wanted to be able to see them more. So when I finally did get my place and I started being able to stock the fridge with food and whatever, I would bring them food. I'd
Yeah,
walk
of
the same
course you did.
trail. I'd walk the same trail to go to work, and I went right by them and was like, "Here you go. Here's some food. Here's some food.
I
Here's some
love
food."
it. And you taught
At,
them how to build better fires, man.
yep. And at one point, oh well, not just better fires, but easier to contain. If you
Probably
dig the
so much
hole,
more.
if you dig the hole deep and wide, then the oxygen can still get into the fire, but when the fire is tall, it won't go crazy because
Right,
it's not 3 or 4 feet above the ground. It's like 2 feet above the ground and then in the ground.
right.
So you still have a big fire, and it's a nice hot
And it's
fire when
contained.
most of it's underground.
That's, you know what? You just gave me the best idea too for like camping.
Yeah, and
Because
then
I don't usually dig it out.
the other thing, well, it's like digging a fire pit.
Yeah, and I don't usually do that. I just stack it in.
The other good thing, if you want to be able to contain the fire, not obviously up but wide, is you dig it and then you wet the edge. Do like a 6 inch, and you wet it. You soak the ground around it because then the fire won't spread.
Right.
So that's another one is
I
wetting
always
the
keep
ground around
water
it.
right there. Like we have
Yep.
like a huge thing of it too that you just release like a Gatorade jug, you know,
Yeah.
like a big huge Gator, those old school ones from like
Yep.
PE that you had to drink the cone cups out of.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Um,
we have literally like a beach cooler, like the thing that you'd stuff beer in, and I
yes,
fill that to the brim with water. So if the fire gets too crazy high, then I just dump the whole damn thing on it.
I love that. Do you know that like 18-month period of time? I can't like stop thinking about it now. We're gonna have to have more than one call about this because
Yeah,
that's awesome. Um,
I enjoyed
I
it a
did a
lot.
I can't imagine. I am on this kick where I did this trip to Florida and I did an ayahuasca retreat to do some serious healing. I had a lot of shit to heal.
Yeah,
And it was so, that shit changed my whole entire life.
yeah, I've heard
Like,
of
I
those
am
actually
so, dude,
ayahuascas.
I'm a different, I was this corporate crazy, like professional, very regimented, and I was overworked. I overworked myself. I was addicted to work. I would work like 18 out of the 24 hours of a day. I would travel 16 weeks in a row. Like I
God
just
damn.
can't. Yeah, my life was revolved around work and work. And if you didn't make a certain amount, you weren't good enough in my family, right? So you think about all of those conditions that get put on you. And after, so my last retreat, I did yoga in the morning. That's why you said yoga mat. I was like, hey, and then we did a ceremony and it was like 7 hours long for me,
Yeah,
and it was the most healing I've ever gone through, and I can't even say like enough about
right.
that. If anybody's interested, like plant medicine, like your wife's doing it the right way, like it's not just a suppressor, it is a healer too.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's amazing,
My favorite is mushrooms.
dude. Same. So it's very similar. Have you ever done ayahuasca?
I've heard a lot about it, so I've been wanting to. I know it like the first time it sends you down a pretty creepy rabbit hole, but that's kind of the point.
Yeah, well, see, here's the thing. It can go, it no. You know why I say no for you? Because if you enjoy mushrooms, it's going to be, it's like bam, you will just achieve another level of enlightenment that you've already experienced. So
Yeah.
the rabbit holes that you're hearing about and reading about are people who've not really healed anything.
Gotcha.
Like
I
if you
know.
have shit to heal, like, and just for me it was grief, right? And I can tell you that I saw everyone I was grieving and had literally face-to-face conversations with them during this healing journey, and I saw myself as paper meaning money. So paper money, paper house. So I like burned it all down, my whole life upside down right now. Like divorce, everything, I was done. I got back and I was like, I'm not just paper. This is done. I'm not working like this ever again. I've
Right.
like harmed myself. And now
Oh, yeah.
I'm like legit aiming where you went. Like I feel like I've got to go heal the shit from the
Yeah.
years of the career now, you know?
It's really it's weird because I know you've done it too because everyone does, and it's such a common thing. It's creepy. So the one currency you can't manipulate, you can't create, and you'll never get back is time.
Yes, yes.
However, however, everybody, and I do mean everybody, says this at least one point in their life. They say, "Well, if it doesn't work out, all we lost was time."
I know, I hate that.
Hey, wait,
You're
what?
right. It's
What do you?
everything.
No, like
It's all
you
of
can
it.
get the money back.
It, you know,
Money
at the
back.
end of life, right? Like the end
Time.
of life for people wishing they had bigger houses.
No, no, they're wishing that they went to Paris, but
They're
they're,
wishing they had time with their loved ones for sure. So
yeah,
I unfortunately have been with so too many people when they've passed, and that is a common question for me to
yeah.
ask. Like,
What do you wish you had more of? Yeah,
yeah, what would you want? Like my dad, when he was passing, literally just said, I wish I had more time with you.
yeah,
And my nana said, I don't want to go, but I'm not afraid to leave, right? Like I don't
yeah,
want to leave you, but I'm not afraid to leave. So like there's so the recurring theme there is very much what you just.
yeah. It's weird too because like my wife and I have both said it. We have both we have both used that phrase before. If
Yeah,
nothing
are
else,
you
all we
kidding
lost
me
was
that
time.
this cat just crawled up your couch, did a little like, and where am I going? What are we doing here? Did like a look around. So I'm like listening to you watching the cat, and then crawled down and just fell asleep in the corner of your chair like that on your shoulder.
Hmm. Yeah. See, this cat right here
You see this
is
kitten? Come look at this kitten.
cat is going to have a huge advantage over all of the other ones because he is growing up with the dogs. He wasn't
Okay,
just
so
yeah, because like Meatball was first original.
I'm showing you this to my
Um,
friend Sheree.
all right, yeah. Meatball was the original. No animals prior to him. When we came down to Florida, he was the
Poor
first one.
meatball, man.
And
You guys
then
have traumatized that part.
yeah, and then 6 months later we got Nugget. Now here's where the stories get real. You know what? I'll just go through the whole thing. So to clean houses, she would do it a lot for friends. But she used to clean houses, and one of her friends had a litter of kittens, couldn't take care of them. Literally said, if you do not, take this one, they're gonna have to go to the Humane Society, and the Humane Society puts kittens down.
Yeah,
They kill kittens. They don't keep kittens. So
that is
we,
awful.
so my wife brought him home.
And now here you sit.
Nugget. She went of a friend's house. You know those creepy people. Friend of a friend. Your
Always.
friend your friend is either friends with them for whatever stupid reason they
Yeah,
drag
and
you
you
into
don't
it.
even know why.
So my wife went with one of her friends to one of those friends, right? And they had kittens and had no take care of them. So they were having the entire litter of kittens fight for their food off of one plate,
Oh,
which
Jesus.
created huge food aggression, like anger, to the point where like they would try to eat you if you took the plate away. Now, my wife saw this. Nugget was the smallest one. and walked out the door. So she stole the cat.
From the freaky friend of a friend. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, those are the
Now,
ones you can do it for because they don't know how to get to you and the friend's not going to give you up.
that person immediately knew that Jenna took it. Like, all she had to do was ask, but that's not her style.
Which I think that's
She
hysterical.
she saw this kitten was in trouble and fucking grabbed it and took it home. That's her
I
style.
love it. I love it.
Okay, so about 2 months to get his food aggression out.
Oh.
Meatball and Nugget are 6 months apart. And they have exactly the same tiger stripe patterns, yet they are not related at all. And Meatball is darker than Nugget. Nugget's gray. Meatball's black and brown. Okay. Cut to about here. Clara and Sky. So now pissed off because we're bringing another species into the house. That's the first one. Meatball is pissed because he's like, really, again? That's got to be where his head is at that point. Like, come on, man, the fuck. He was
Yeah, what
alone
are we
in the
doing
house.
here?
He
Right.
was by himself, spoiled rotten for 6 months, and then animal.
Think about your kids, man.
Oh, they love it. Kids
Like,
fucking love it.
this is great to have all these animals and beings around your children, man. They are learning so much from just that.
Oh yeah. So it was
Look at
Meatball.
this love that they get to witness. Like, that's
Yep.
shit that not many males endure, and you're teaching your kids the right way. I love it.
So Meatball, 6 months later, Nugget, a year later, the dogs.
Dude, you guys are bam, bam, bam. What the hell?
Year after we got the dogs, story was fun too, because we got her. And then 2 weeks after getting Clara, we went to the dog park to sign the final paperwork because we got them from a foster home. Well, at the park, Sky was there, which was actually Clara's foster sister. Saw how much Clara lit up and was excited to see her
no
sister.
way.
So we were like, I guess we're getting 2 dogs. And that was it. So
Dude, you
my
bleeding hearts.
wife and I are very polar extremes. It's all or nothing. There is
Yes,
no in between.
why not?
We can't do medium. We go
This
all or
is
nothing.
why. This is why I
So-
use FAFO. It's fuck around and find out. Like, we're going, let's go, let's do this. Or we're not doing it at all. Why not experience it to the hilt?
So a year after we get the dogs, hates them. He's just an asshole. Nuggets. So I don't know if you've ever heard of Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I haven't, but I'd like to.
Meatwad, Shake, Fry, and a human named Carl, who's always the prick. Nuggets Carl. If you ever,
Dude,
if
you
you
gotta
ever get a
send
chance
that to me. Will you send me the link?
So a year after we get the dogs, my wife was working at Burger King. She notices a bunch of feral kittens.
Oh no.
She comes home, says, "You're coming with me."
Yeah.
You a kitten.
Not doing this alone. Doing this
So
together.
that was Fry. We went and we rescued him. He couldn't get his brother because his brother was too fucking quick, but Fry was like 4 weeks old. He was literally a kitten. We rescued him out of the Burger King drive-thru, right out of the parking lot.
Oh my gosh.
So we bring him home just pretty quick. A couple of weeks later, we get Shake right out of the same parking lot. So they were both feral. Totally feral.
And now they're just chilling at your house.
And now they're fat, domesticated, and spoiled.
Dude, you guys, you love them right into like contentment.
And a couple months later,
look at this cat, dude. Look at this cat.
He was born in a house though. And the couple just, like, one of the couple didn't want him. One that did want him, bathroom, didn't want him, handed him to my wife and said, leave. I don't know what kind of fight that caused, but he's here now, so.
It doesn't matter. Look what he's doing. Yeah, it's great.
Exactly.
It's great. You're good.
Yeah. So, and they're all named after food.
I know. I love that about you. I think that's great. This has been a great chat. I do have to go because I have a 9 o'clock call with a friend who is traveling. So
We've already been talking for an hour. Jesus.
I know
Okay.
I love it. It didn't seem like that though, did it?
Nope.
No. So we'll have to do this again. I have like so many questions for you.
You want to say bye?
I'll be your Auntie B from virtual. I'll be your Auntie B. Oh my goodness, sweet baby. Like
He's gonna be
good
pissed when I have to move.
energy. Good energy to have that cat curl up on
Like,
you. So
like I
thanks
wonder.
for sharing the love,
I
man.
wonder. I wonder. Are you gonna stay on
Oh,
my?
Dad. God.
Are you gonna stay
Oh,
on my back?
oh, you're just
Yeah.
breaking his heart.
No.
Oh,
Don't move. Look.
oh, I'm gonna get comfortable no matter which way you lay. And I'm staying right here with you.
He's like my little parrot.
He is. He's like, okay, we're doing this.
And I mean, he'll stay right on me. He don't care.
Dude,
Back down.
Cameron, you're like the fucking cat whisperer, dude. The animal whisperer. Dr.
He'll stay.
Doolittle I met. Real life
He'll stay
Dr.
right on me.
Doolittle.
The funny part is he imprinted on my wife.
Not anymore.
Or now he's mine.
Yeah, you're the pack leader of the whole house, and that cat knows it. Again, I just wanted to circle back on a couple things before we hang up.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much again for your service. And then thank you for taking some time to just heal yourself and show other people a better way for things. Like some of this conversation blew my mind, and I would love to chat with you again.
Yeah.
Like I do have a lot of questions, but I also it's been a long day.
Right?
Like trying to decompress.
If you want, I'll send you the store link.
Yes.
Peruse around if you want.
No, I totally need to go read these, dude. You know I'm gonna lay in bed and just scroll through that shit. I'll send you snapshots of the best ones that I love.
Right?
Yeah, I love this. That's great. Thank you so much for meeting with me.
Yeah, I'll have you on again for sure.
I love to make your acquaintance.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now you're a friend of mine. So
oh yeah.
Thanks for connecting. And I love everything about this whole night. I love everything about what you're doing. I think it's awesome. So keep on keeping on.
I love your tapestry. I've been staring at that the whole time.
Dude, it's cool because when I move it, it's got like you see like somehow where the colors get highlighted, but it does that throughout the whole thing. I just only show certain parts. And it was a gift from a good friend because I never cared about my TikToks. And she's like, you really need like a uniform thing to do it with. And so she gave us this and like a pride flag to do them on. And I used to do it from my beach house, like sitting on the couch or sitting in my home office in the like kitchen drinking my coffee. My hair would be a mess from waking up. Like I wasn't on TikTok. None of this, like the way we connected, happened to me for anything else than healing. So this is why all of these connections make sense, because I need to connect to people like you that are trying to help and heal other people. Like that alone speaks volumes. That tells me why we did this.
I'm just here to talk to people.
I know, but I love it. So thank you. That's cool. Yeah. Not many people can like banter with me and for an hour, you know, and not know if like I'm a complete stranger to you. We've only, talked briefly on the TikTok direct messaging. So it's not like we even knew each other. So I think that that's really cool. It speaks volumes for me anyway. So thank you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate your time.
I'll definitely have you on again. Just let me know when you're free.
I will. I've got some things coming up, but like I've absolutely come the beginning of summer, we can reconnect and like I think this would be great. I'm going to write some shit down. I'm serious. I have to like absorb everything that we talked about because we were like this, dude. And it was perfect for me. That's how I'm a projector by human design. That's how I communicate. So I wonder what your design is. There's all kinds of things we could talk about because if you're on that mushroom kick and healing, man, I'm with you.
I want to do one of these. Like, I know you have to go. I want to do one of these while I'm on mushrooms.
Dude, I swear I'll do it with you.
Because like I don't know if I would be able to look at my phone without freaking out.
I know. I don't know either. I'll try it with you if you want.
Well, because I would know. Because like Me up in the
Yeah.
corner up here.
It would be, I mean, you
Why am I in the
seriously?
phone?
Yeah.
Phone.
That, and then this, if I were to like zoom right in on that, you would think you were getting right in there, man.
I already just want to like jump right through that freaking hole right there, and I'm
That
completely
means
sober.
you've done a lot of healing then.
I already just want to jump through it. You know, like, I don't have to be high to high. I remember so badly what it feels like.
Isn't that so good? But isn't that the way? I'm down. So cool. Thank you again. I'll let you go. We'll talk soon. Send me all those details, dude. Send it because I need to entertain myself as I'm gonna give a call and then I'm gonna go on your story. You're gonna see. I'm gonna start sending you shit and commenting on some of these just because I think it's funny, and
All right.
it's gonna be awesome. I'll even maybe make a TikTok of all your best ones and be like, you guys, go fucking check this dude out because just what you read to me, that's awesome. So I'll send some people your way.
All right.
You already see what I do. I do a lot of lip sync healing and bullshit.
Right.
Just love and support always. That's it.
Hell yeah.
So we
All right.
align there. Peace
I'm
out,
gonna
bud.
say bye. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna say bye and hang up, or otherwise we're
It's
not
like, no,
gonna
you
say
hang
bye.
up. No, you
Yeah,
hang up. No, you
exactly.
hang up. No, you hang up. Like, I feel like we're dating. Are we married? We're broke up and now we're back to friends. Okay, we're good. Bye, bud.